Clint, where'd you go? The fuck did he go?
He said, "No, I don't want to be here anymore.
He just
They're
he was
strangers."
he was there and gone.
My mom always told me stranger danger.
Well, anyway, Clint was there. There he is.
Learning something
said he
new.
was-
Learning something new on the fly.
There we go. All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Radio Dark or Radio SNSN Dark at Night, After Dark, whatever the hell you want to call it. So it doesn't matter. This is the non-PC version of the show, where we do in the morning, but at night it's a little bit more easy flowing and stuff. Right, Roxy from the streets?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Roxy, you got to turn your microphone back up again. There you go. Roxy from the
Can you hear
street.
me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Clint, can you hear Roxy from the streets?
A little bit on the low side.
Yeah,
Okay,
see
let me
Roxy.
see. Let me turn it up and tell me.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what
that
I'm-
is.
Okay.
All right, so tonight we're going to talk cryptocurrency and what people need to look for. And they're not going to find this out from me, but we have a gentleman, like I said, his name is Clint. He's going to be with us tonight. Clint, where are you from?
Tennessee, right outside of Nashville.
Right outside of Nashville. That's like Cryptoville, is it not?
Not quite. Well, the old military farts are around here that it is Cryptoville.
Yeah. Is there a focus at all on cryptocurrency? Like if you're here in the Northeast, almost every gas station you go to that has a convenience store attached to it, they have Bitcoin ATMs in there now. Do they have them down where you are?
They're popping up in Nashville right now.
How about Roxy? How about you in Indiana? Do you see them?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's obvious that cryptocurrency is not going away. It's something that's making its way even closer into our society and creeping in every day a little bit closer. So, Clint, how did crypto? I mean, when did you first start to get interested in cryptocurrency, and why?
Late December.
Okay,
And it's my wife got me into it.
okay,
She's been on TikTok and she's been listening to this person or that person.
yeah,
And my first thought was, like, for the last 10, 15 years of crypto, it's for the dark web, it's for the underworld.
yeah.
And I started listening to what was being said about it, and I started researching and looking at the apps, because it used to be if you forgot your password, like that one gentleman did who has 2.5 million worth of Bitcoin, that he's one password, two passwords away from having it go be kaput.
He can't unlock his computer, right? Or he can't
Correct.
unlock it to get to it, or
He cannot unlock his computer that has the keys on it to get to
What a
his Bitcoin.
how do you
Well-
how do you lose that shit? I mean, come on.
He got that stuff 10 years ago. And he's moved how many times since college? That he still has a computer is surprising. Well, I still have
Roxy,
my old computers.
You know a little bit. You don't know a lot about crypto. Roxy, are you there? You look like you're kind of stuttered there. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I'm right here. I was just sending a couple people asked me to send them the link, so
Oh, okay.
I'm sending them links.
Link?
So, yeah, no, I have a daughter that buys Bitcoin, and then I have a daughter that says it's really bad for the environment. So I have two different spectrums.
Why would it be bad for the environment, Clint? Have you ever heard that one?
Yes. Energy consumption.
Mm-hmm.
Mine crypto or the Ethereum to mine the blockchains. You run programs, lithograms to decrypt these long chain decryptions, and that takes a lot of power, which takes a lot of electricity. And over time, that builds up.
Right.
And the countries where this is done are not part of the Paris Accord, are not held to any environmental standards like the United States. So it is bad for the environment because they're burning a ton of coal, dirty coal, with smokestacks to get these electricity to mine this quartz.
See, I'd never even heard, until at the beginning before we went live about crypto being a threat to the environment whatsoever. So this is the first I've even heard of something like that.
Well, it's amazing that it's considered a threat because to mine crypto is actually less worse than mining the raw material for the electric cars that China does.
Okay.
That's even a bigger threat than burning coal for electricity.
It's less of a threat or more of a threat?
More of a
Crypto.
threat. It's more destructive to the environment.
Got it.
Because there's a lot of rare earth metals and there's a lot of dirty production making those lithium batteries that they ship over here that goes in everybody's favorite electric cars.
Got it. So we have some people in the group already saying hello. Hayden says, "Love you guys."
Hi, Hayden.
Hi.
So Clint, what do you think about Roxy from the streets? She's really from the streets, She's from the bad streets of Indiana.
I've been through Indiana. My brother lives there.
I'm only a couple hours away from Nashville. I actually go down there pretty often.
Where?
Well, if we could ever get out of the mall when I take my daughter, that's great. But we go to the Grand Ole Opry. We go to that hot chicken place. What the heck is it called? It's really popular.
Hot chicken.
No. I can't remember the name. It's escaped me. But my son loves hot food. Like he can be sweating and steam can be coming out of his ears and he'll eat it. But we go to the symphony there sometimes as well. So we get to walk downtown and watch all of the drunk people puking on the sidewalk.
Well, Other Meals now has Paula Dean's restaurant.
Uh-huh.
So
butter! I need butter! I need lots of butter! You get that crazy look on her face when you look Paula Dean when you start talking about butter!
It's called Hattie B's. Have you ever heard of Hattie B's?
No.
It's called Hattie B's. It's in Nashville. It's super duper popular. People wait in line like for 2 hours just to get in there. 3 hours.
Hey, well, you know what I think? Just like the honey badger, I don't give a shit. Honey badger don't give a shit.
I should have wore that T-shirt tonight. Dang
He's
it.
running backward. Look at that snake. He's been stung. Look at him eating that nasty snake. He don't give a shit.
That's what they are. Emily said that she's going to come down and explain something to you about Bitcoin.
Well, I have her explain it to Clint, and then Clint can go ahead and just kind of defunct the whole thing. So
yeah, okay.
Or debunk the whole thing. So Clint, thanks for joining us. By the way, I knew I asked you last week to be on the show, and I want to get it because cryptocurrency is getting to be more and more mainstream. It's not just internet people or dark web people like it all started, or that's what it seemingly is. But where do you see cryptocurrency going as far as mainstream in the next few years?
In the next few years, it'll be equal to the Dow Jones.
You think so, huh?
Yes. Because just last week, after Elon Musk did his dirty crypto tweet and Bitcoin did their recovery, all the risk standards had recovered from the red zones and we're back in the green. And there was a 2-sentence line on the news that night how cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency had recovered also.
Yeah.
So they were mentioned in the same breath as the Dow Jones Industrial and AMX and NASDAQ.
So, Roxy, where's your kid? To bring on the heat.
Oh, don't worry.
She'll be there.
Yeah, you don't know Emily. But no, so I mean, I don't know why, but I've never really heard of Bitcoin until just a few months ago. I don't know where I've been. I mean,
You're on the streets.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the street, so I have, I was kind of surprised, and it was kind of complex when my son was explaining it to me, what it was. But I'm just curious to know, like, what type of person, like, is like, because a lot of people that I work with are like, what the heck are you talking about, cryptocurrency? So I don't know if we're working too much or what, because I never heard of it. So has it just became popular in the last few months? Because I know that it's been out for a while, of course, but
it's been popular. It's been gaining popularity over the last couple of years. And from the polish on these apps that I'm using now, it is very popular and is being pushed. And what it does, it takes your investment options out of your broker's hands into your own. You are responsible for your investment decisions, profit or loss, and you make the decisions.
okay.
So you're your own destiny. You're not giving an investment broker $100 a week after you give them $10,000 and you get a little piece of paper in the mail saying it's gone down. You actually can watch it minute by minute if you feel like it.
There's this guy, I can't remember who it was, that was talking about the stock market and about, like, say, like, if somebody buys something like a stock or whatever for $200, or you can use a used car, they buy it for $200, and then the reason why they buy that for $200 is because the next guy is willing to pay $400, and then the next guy after that is willing to pay $800, and then so on and so forth. So is it kind of like worth what somebody else is willing to pay for it? Just out of curiosity.
It's really just like the stock market, is it not? That maybe a little bit more volatile.
It's more volatile.
Okay.
And there are some big movers in there, as we have seen over this last month, who are manipulating the market for their company's gains. But as I got a document and posted it on one server, and I will send you the link to it after the show tonight. It's a breakdown of the biggest people who were involved in crypto this year, 16 to 20 companies. And the first company is, I'm not going to say their name because I'm going to butcher it. I don't want to get mixed up with somebody else. But there's a link in there. And it's a memo from their fund manager to all the people in the company who have had money in their funds. The dollar was down $1.50 in December 2020 as a valued asset. And it started going up from there to Bitcoin being in a positive. And he said $2.5 million worth of Bitcoin to offset the devaluation of the dollar over the next coming year.
Okay.
And let me preface here, everything I say here is my personal opinion. Because I've been in this only 5 months, and even though I bring my experience in the military, gathering information and making assessments and taking action on that, this is still all my personal opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I mean, you've taught me, some really cool things, and helped me out with moving money from one exchange to another and how to do it. And I mean, it just gets into a whole bunch of things. There's a statement on the board right now by Steve Goodwin. Awesome topic. I totally agree. Crypto will grow as an asset class. Now, everybody, you talk about like Roxy, talk about people don't know about this, or they're just starting to become familiar with cryptocurrency. Hayden says people are waking up, and it's people from all walks of life. For example, I know Steve personally. He's a doctor, and we started chatting the other night, and he's like, I'm with crypto. I'm on crypto. We have crypto, and we were talking back and forth about it. And it's just to give you an idea. There's so many different walks of life that are getting involved in crypto, especially one because people talk about now. Clinton, I want to ask you this: we talk about Bitcoin, or that seems to be the one with the biggest recognition. So we're doing this, this little show tonight, basically for the beginner who never heard of cryptocurrency, or they don't know what it is. Is it real? Is it not real? The biggest one, of course, is Bitcoin. That's the one with the biggest name that's been around. It's about $38,000 a coin right now. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Right
Pretty
around there.
accurate to that.
Yeah, 37.8. And there goes my phone instead. So but the other things that are becoming very, very popular are what they call altcoins. So can you tell us or describe what altcoins are compared to like a Bitcoin or another big name like Ethereum?
Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. You have your stable coins where there's a certain amount that was mined. It's a fixed amount, and it's never going to go up. Now, your altcoins, when they're mined or generated, they generate them in the billions and trillions, like Dogecoin and like Safe Moon. Is it Moon Safe Moon? When you look at them, there are trillions of coins. So the thing is, Bitcoin is valuable because there's a limit. And they can cut the shares in half and do a fork. But there's only the X number of Bitcoin in the world. There's never going to be more Bitcoin. They split it down smaller, just smaller slices, but they can't make more Bitcoin. Now you go to some of these other altcoins. Okay, you got 3 trillion, 16 trillion coins on the market. So you put $100 in there, you suddenly got 16 million coins in your wallet. So, and it takes longer for that value to go up.
So that's like a Shiba Inu,
Safe Moon, Dogecoin.
Then there's another one that I just I was talking to Steve about it just the other night. $sign ASS. It's an Australian coin. That's another one seems to be. Now, I'm not saying that they have value or they do, either they do or they don't, but they seem to be gaining popularity. What are meme coins?
Meme coins?
Yeah.
There's going to be a new market out there where actors and whatnot make their own coins. Dogecoin was a meme coin.
It's made by Snoop Dogg, right?
I haven't researched it. I know it's a meme coin, and I forget who it was made up of or who made it, but they made a bunch of them to go against Bitcoin as a joke, and people like it, and people love memes. I love memes, and Elon is tagged on to it and likes to play with it, and has a cult following that when he talks about it, it goes up in value and then comes back down. Then he tweets about it again. It goes up and comes back down. And unfortunately, when you got a cult following like that, you had what happened on a couple Saturday nights ago, where people expected to go up high because he's Saturday Night Live, and they misspent their money buying into it. Like any market, you can only put what you can afford into it. Do not over leverage yourself. Do not rent or mortgage your house to buy a coin, thinking it may or may not go up. Because that was the cause of the 1929 stock market failure. The stock market got so crazy, they were letting people leverage. And when they called the sheets, nobody had the money to back up their leverage.
Roxy?
Yeah.
That's Doge right there.
Doge. That's your Doge.
So that's what we were talking about, meme coins. Doge is a meme.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's in a whole bunch of
I have
pictures.
seen that. Yep.
Yeah, you know, to the moon. So it's just a funny looking dog, you know. Isn't it funny that the thing that you know was the thing that was making fun of all of cryptocurrency becomes the cryptocurrency? It hasn't happened. But.
Do you have any concerns about like top investors like influencing the market at all?
Say that again, please.
Do you have any concerns about like top investors influencing the market?
Of course.
Okay.
Because when Elon Musk tweeted about how Bitcoin is bad for the environment, I personally looked at him and said, "You're a two-faced hypocrite," to the TV screen. Because your batteries are way worse for your cars than those Bitcoins are.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my personal opinion of him. But he is tweeting that, and the market went down.
Right.
And when a large investor like him does that, they are manipulating the market game. Because I do not know if he shorted his position there and made money on the market going down, then bought more coins at a lower rate. Because that is the big speculation right now about the big fall last week. There are several rumors flowing around about what to who to cause the market to drop from upper 40s, high 50s down to the low 30s. But somebody made money.
I mean, here's something that I did read about. I don't know if you know about this, but I'm a researcher in my job, so I research everything, and I found out that 1,000 people own 40% of the Bitcoin market. Did you know that?
I've heard numbers to that nature before.
Yeah.
And it'll be like that for the stock market also.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the stock market,
really the same thing.
In the stock market in 2008, I lost $12 in one day. Because I had an inheritance. I put money in the stock market for my future, and boom, one day, $12,000 gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a year and a half, 2 years for that money to come back. And I said, "Give me my money, my initial stake back. I'm out of this crap."
Mm-hmm.
Things crashed back in 2007 too, because my 401k, I literally lost over about a year. I lost about $120,000 of it.
I remember that. So, when that happened, yeah.
Up and down it goes, you know. And right now we're kind of being affected by that, are we not, Kurt? Clint, why do I call you Kurt? What the hell is wrong with me? You know, screw it. I'm calling you Kurt. I'm calling you Kurt. That's it.
Nah, you're not calling me Kurt.
So I guess my question is this is all for the people, for instance. Like, it's just for the people. And it's just like the stock market. This is my question. what is the difference then? Because like $80 billion worth of Bitcoin, for instance, is owned by 100 people. So my question, I'm because I'm trying to understand what the difference is between the stock market and Bitcoin. If Bitcoin and all that's really for the people, but all of these people that have all of this money are kind of like, do you see what I'm saying? I don't know what the
I
difference
see what you're
is.
saying, and here's the difference. In the stock market, the broker controls that.
Okay.
So you give it to the broker. He makes the stock picks. He handles the mutual funds. It goes down, your money's gone. Now, I'm learning, even every day I'm learning more and more.
Right.
Now I'm learning how to do shorts. And if I had been on my toes, I made money when the market was going down.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sat here in my home, made money, and I've been increasing my portfolio that on paper got in half. But when it goes back up, on paper, I still have the same number of coins I had when I started.
Okay.
That's the big difference there.
Okay.
When you're in the stock market, your dollars disappear, your dollars are gone. When you're in crypto, whatever in your wallet is yours. So the market goes in half, your valuation has gone in half, but you still have every coin you have. If you do not panic, you can sit there all you want, but if you do not panic and sell, you have lost nothing. Because next day, next week, when it goes back up, your portfolio valuation will go back up with a rising tide. A rising tide lifts all boats, including your crypto boat. So long as you're selling it, you're going to be good.
Okay.
And there are ways to make money. And you buy when it's red. Last week was time to be buying crypto because everything was low value, which is one of the reasons they're doing these big swings this year. Is that CFM? They're doing their certificates are up at the end of this month, and that's like sweep weeks and ad weeks, where you're trying to get the best deal for your rebuy into the market. So the TV companies are doing their best things so they get a lot of viewers, so they can charge a higher advertising. Well, in the institutions, they're doing the reverse. They're trying to get the market down, so they can say it's low valuation, and then buy low, and then it goes up, and they make their money on it.
Well, I mean, that kind of happened with there was one that I followed. I've been following. Watch go up and down. It's called Scale. The ticker is SKL, and it was right around 95 cents per coin, maybe $1, depending on the day you looked at it, and then it dropped like a tank, and it went down to 25 cents, and I jumped all over it, and because you knew it was good, what goes down must come back up again, and vice versa, and I put a bunch of money into it at 25 cents, and 3 days later, so you could make it's like a crap stable. You can make it quick, you can lose it quick in cryptocurrency. And this one, I almost tripled my money in 3 days, on this, because now it's dropping again. But right now, everything is kind of on a little downward trend. Is it not, Clint?
Yes, it is. Because like I was just saying, it's the end of the month, and it's the end of the time for the to expire. And I haven't looked into it closely on how exactly they do them, because that's a banking institution. It's high up my level, but they're going to want to lower the market. And if they're buying new certificates for Bitcoin and other coins, they're going to want the market to be as low as possible. Like that letter I told you about, that company bought 2.5 million back in December when Bitcoin was around 35. $35,000 a coin.
Yeah.
28, 30,000 a coin. Then 68, 70. If you're a company, you don't want to buy your coins at 70,000 a piece. That's not good for your investors, and that's not. You got to push the market so much higher to get return on your investment. If these big institutions, banks and whales, can knock the market down at the end of this month, they're projecting if it's going to touch 20,000 for 3 or 4 minutes. And when it does, those banks have buy orders to get those coins at 4 for $1 or 4 for 100K. Excuse me.
You're talking about
Why
Bitcoin.
pay 60,000 for one coin, your 100K investment, when you can buy 4 coins for your 100K investment? Americans love a deal like that. We love 4 for $1.
Well, let's talk about
4 for 100K.
Let's talk about something a little more affordable, maybe by the retail buyer or whatever. And this seems to be the one that people talk about the most now, or at least there's a lot of scuttlebutt around. It's XRP. Now, XRP, I bought initially about, I don't know, maybe close to a year ago or 8 months ago. I bought it at about 27 cents. And I just kind of held it and I held it and I held it. And it went up to... It went up to because people said this one's going to blow up. This is like the chosen one. Went up to about $1.80, 85. And I'm like, whoa, this is great. This is when people are all freaking out over Dogecoin, thinking, yeah, to the moon, they didn't realize it was going to drop like the Apollo 7. But, yeah. But so XRP is, why are they talking about XRP being like the chosen one? And the one that's gonna blow up. And if you have, from what I was reading yesterday, is that you can have 100 XRP, and when this potentially blows up, will make you a millionaire.
XRP, when you read the white paper and you start digging into it, is part of ISO 222, I believe it is. Don't quote me on it. It's pretty close. The new digital financial banking system. And Bitcoin's too slow. Ethereum is way slower. XRP can move quickly across the blockchains. And Ripple has set it up where it can be a universal.
Now, Ripple is the parent. Ripple is the parent company of XRP, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And you cannot buy their stock right now. They're getting ready to go public.
Yeah.
You have to be an investor with a special invitation to get stock right now. So that's going to be on the stock exchange within a year, and you're going to want to buy that at it. Not first day unless you got but the money. But XRP is their carrier coin that will take your $10 and translate it into the Chinese yuan in Singapore, buy you the gifts you want to buy for your kids over the internet.
So what makes it faster and cheaper?
Yes. And there's banks all around the world that signed on to this here program. And the Federal Reserve is looking at Ripple and signing on to it. I want to believe they're actually have already joined them. And the backbone of the new digital currency in the United States on it. That stuff I read a long time ago. Yeah, 5 months is a long time ago.
Yeah, this market changes quick.
So XRP has been chosen by a lot of big banks and a lot of governments to carry the flag for the digital currency. And we're going to have a preview of our digital currency in July. And there's been sneak peeks already on the internet. It's pretty looking. But XRP has been the chosen. And then the SEC lawsuit came along. And
which now seems to be falling apart a little bit.
That's an appearance, but it's not. That's part politics, and lawyering never quick. They bill by the hour. And their billing hours, they like billing hours.
Yeah.
Today, one of the lawyers for the SEC has requested to be removed because he is leaving the SEC after 10 years. So he's going to find greener pastures elsewhere.
So Steve just put, go ahead. I'm sorry, Clint.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Steve makes a really good point. Bitcoin is Napster. Remember Napster? The music download service?
Wow.
Remember? And XRP is Spotify. That's a really good analogy. Well, so is right now a good time to buy XRP? Now, this is not financial advice. This is not anything that you can take to the bank here and say these guys and that lady from the streets said that I should buy XRP. Every investment is a risk, no matter which way you look at it.
Yes. Every risk. This is my opinion on buying XRP. It's right now just below $1 a coin. If you have no XRP, by all means, buy some. You're going to get $1 a coin. It's 96 cents, 93 cents. Do not put your whole budget XRP at this time. So, you don't need XRP, put $50 in there. That gives you 50 XRP. Watch. If it starts going down, buy some more XRP. That's my opinion. That's called cost leveraging, cost averaging. So, 50 at $1, you buy 50 at 75, you buy 50 more at 65 or 7 at 50, and you average the cost out over all your coins. And I'm personally going to put some limit orders in for this weekend, starting tomorrow morning for XRP, hitting 40 cents, 50 cents, and like 60 cents. So I'm going to do 25% of my limit order on buying XRP at 60 cents, 25% at 50%. And I'm going to do a 50% limit order. And that's going to tie up my XRP budget until I cancel those orders or they get filled.
So basically what you're doing there is you're saying this is the price I want to buy it at. When it gets there, it'll go off automatically?
Correct.
Okay.
So when I'm sleeping at 3 a.m. tomorrow and somebody in the Middle East drops the price way down on XRP, or China drops the price way down on XRP overnight, then my order will get filled.
But not until it hits the price that you set that you want to buy it at.
That's correct. The percentage
and if it doesn't hit that price, then you don't buy it. It won't buy.
I don't buy it. The money's in there in my wallet, and I can cancel it and spend it somewhere else.
Steve jumping in again. David Schwartz, one of the engineers, says XRP is designed to operate at $10,000 per coin. What do you think about that, Roxy?
I was just saying, like, has anybody here have you guys pulled out any money
out of XRP?
Out of your Bitcoin?
I don't. You know what? I don't own any Bitcoin.
Well, what do you own?
Right now,
yeah,
I own Dogecoin.
Okay.
I have that. I have Ethereum.
Okay.
I have XRP. I have Shiba Inu, and I also have Safe Moon, Scale, Cardano, and I've got a little Litecoin in there somewhere.
So have you pulled any money out from any of this?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
reason I pulled some money out is somebody asked me, how do I get money out from the exchanges? So since I have never done it, I did
Yep. That's awesome.
it. And it's because I want to give him the straight facts on how he can get his money back. I told him how to get money in there. I'm going to give him the real deal on getting money back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So using the app that I put money in there, I had some leftover Bitcoin sitting in my account. So I went to that app and I exchanged it back to dollars. It was 33 cents. I didn't have a lot of Bitcoin in there, but it turned into 33 cents of cash. They collected 1 cent for a transaction fee, and they sent a 9 to the IRS saying I cashed out 32 cents, 33 cents worth of Bitcoin.
The IRS is going to get you for that.
Let's see. They're going to charge me basically 30 cents for that, or 37 cents for that 32 cents. But it's a learning experience both ways. So now I know how the money comes out of that exchange, or out of that app.
My daughter. Oh no, somebody's asking me to ask you, what wallet is the best one to use, especially if you want to cash out anything.
Not Robinhood.
I use Cash App actually to cash out.
Okay.
Because Cash, you can buy Bitcoin, send it to any of the exchanges you want, and in return, you can send that Bitcoin. You can cash out whatever you're selling into Bitcoin and it back. I have not tried sending money back to Coinbase yet. I'm assuming that it works the same way as Cash App. Because both those two apps are tied to my bank account. Those are the two apps I have tied to my bank account. All the exchanges don't have my bank account information.
Okay.
What is Coinbase Pro? I mean, what's the difference between Coinbase and Coinbase Pro?
Coinbase is your basic exchange app, and it's a little bit on the pricey side. Actually, very pricey sometimes. But it's a U.S. based company, so you're operating under U.S. based banking laws, which means they report everything to the IRS. And Coinbase Pro is their performance exchange for selling coins. And they're just two separate apps they made to do the same thing. It's a little easier to use than Coinbase sometimes. You transfer your money from Coinbase to Coinbase Pro for free because they're within the same company. But it's just two sides of the same coin.
I was saying, what can I do in Coinbase Pro that I can't do in regular Coinbase?
You know what? I haven't explored it that far to know. I've bought a few things in Coinbase Pro, and I've looked at them and go, okay, why am I here?
So say if somebody's just starting out and they want to invest a few $100, where would they go first, do you think?
You want to buy coins. Well, you want to buy XRP, you're gonna need a way to get into the exchanges. You're gonna need an exchange that carries your coins you want to buy. And this turns into a personal preference of who likes what exchange. I like Qcoin. Coinbase does not bother me. Coinbase being US based, I put my money in there. I transfer it to the exchanges. And they limit your money at first, and when they know that you're a good customer, they release your money quicker before the bank gives it to them, depending on how much you put in there at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So Coinbase.com is your entry point into getting your money in there, or Cash App. You could do everything with App and Qcoin if you wanted to.
You can even buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. I think those are the only two within PayPal.
I've heard that. I have not seen that on PayPal, and I haven't looked at it yet.
Yep,
So,
you can certainly do it in PayPal. Let me see if I can.
I've
never
getting
used it.
out.
Huh?
I think you will have trouble getting it out of there. You may have to convert it over to cash it out. I think so. Like I said, I haven't looked at it. I haven't heard positive about it.
I do not know, to be honest with you. I'm going to look real quick and see if I can find it.
And as Stephen Goodwin is saying there, yeah, limited orders for doing your purchases when you're asleep.
You're talking about limit orders.
Limit orders, yep.
Yeah.
That's the default in Qcoin. When you go to trade as limit orders, you click it and change it over to market trades.
So, Roxy, you going to get in the crypto market, or what are you going to do?
Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. You'll have to stay tuned.
Oh, brother, we don't give a shit, Roxy. We just ask him.
Well, Roxy, I speak Qcoin and IKEA. You know, I just get help.
I got investments already, but it's not into Bitcoin. So,
what are you doing? What are you drinking over there, Roxy? Bong water? What?
No, I am drinking. I'm drinking some Sprite and vodka. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
it's just Sprite.
I'm just having a little bit of wine. So
I think I'm gonna try to invest like $100 and see what happens.
Look,
That's
Roxy,
what I'm gonna do. And even if you don't give a shit,
you could use your name. Go Honey Badger.
I will. I'm gonna use Honey Badger, the Bitcoin bitch.
Well, at least we're accurate. Look at all these people here, saying, "Hey, do it."
Yeah,
do it.
I will. I'll invest a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. So
now we're trying to bully Roxy into buying XRP.
No, I mean, I've been thinking about it for the last few weeks anyway. It's something that I've thought about. So my husband and I have talked about it.
I was talking to one of the guys, Jim, that comes in on our morning show sometimes, and he's 80 years old, and he's like, "I'm not buying anything that I can't hold on to. It's not mine. I don't own it." You don't own it.
Yeah, but when you use your bank card, it's like, all.
That's what I was explaining to somebody else today.
Yeah. So it's not, I mean,
Hey, Roxy.
Yeah.
Hayden has a message for you.
What's that?
Read it and weep.
Well, let me put on my glasses because I can't see. If you don't get it now, you might regret it later. Oh, wow. Okay. That could apply to a lot of things in life.
What about XLM? What do you know about XLM there, Clint?
Yeah.
I got some of that. I'm looking to get some more of it. I'm trying to remember what the white paper said on it, but it's one of the coins that have an application. HBAR has an application. When the blockchain. So,
which is something Doge does not have. There's no utility at all, right?
it depends if you like cults or not. If you want a cult to follow you, get on the Dogecoin.
To the moon. Doge.
To the moon. And that's not, you got to have the, that's emotional investing there. And that's where people get burned.
You know what? I got in on Doge at 7 cents. Then it went to 70. I did okay. I'm happy.
Yes.
My oldest daughter, got in at 5 cents. And she owns more of it than I do.
My oldest daughter, got in on it too. So I can't remember how much it was, but it was down there.
What do we know about VET?
It is a supply chain blockchain or a supply chain token. And right now it is very cheap. And in my opinion, you should have a large amount of VET in your portfolio. I have a boatload of VET in my portfolio because once everything goes digital, the VET coin is going to be zipping there and carrying all these little orders and packets and little contracts between customers and businesses on the VET chain using the VET coins. So it does have potential to be a very useful coin.
Well, any words, final words of wisdom? Not Clint, Kurt. Do you have for Roxy from the streets? Who is basically a virgin investor? It's about the only thing virgin, but
For Bitcoin, yeah.
as far what would you suggest to someone like Roxy that hasn't bought any kind of crypto at all to kind of get her feet wet? Where would you send her to? What would you do?
I sent her to KuCoin. It may look like Vegas when you log in there, but once you get in there, it performs solidly. I got over half a dozen exchange apps on my phone and on my laptop, and I like it best. That's my opinion. And when you're looking at these coins and you hear these coins, Coinbase has a white paper listing on it, has a coin. You look at the coin, it has a link to their white paper. Do your own research. Don't follow the crowd, but do research. Read what it says about it. And then you're going to see words in there, and you're going to have to go and do search on those words and see how they apply to that coin.
Okay.
222. What is that? Okay, that's the financial system they're working on right now. Every industry has their ISO standardization on systems. And there's a new one coming out this year or being rolled out next year for digital currency. Does your coin support that? Is it a major player in it? And HR is a major player with the ISO 222 system. So they're looking to be part of that, mentioning blockchains. So you have to do some diligent research, and TikTok will not cut it.
I don't use TikTok at all, actually. I don't even have the app. Yeah.
3. What are the top 3 right now that you feel, Clint, that people should invest in?
XRP, Ethereum, and Stellar.
Stellar lumens, huh? Huh. Very nice. I have some of that too. Clint, thank you very much for joining us tonight. This is a great topic. You gave us a lot of great insight. Roxy still doesn't have a clue, but that's okay.
How do you know?
Thank you. You're welcome.
She's from the streets, man. That's why.
Remember, street people all have smartphones now. You gotta watch them.
Yeah,
That's
they
right.
They have them in
They
jail
can
too.
skip them off a windshield and get you a block away.
I even have an iPad.
See,
Clint, man, go
Yeah.
ahead. I'm sorry. Clint, you did a wonderful job. We really appreciate you being on the show. You gave
You're
us a lot
welcome.
of great information. Will you come on again?
Has to be 2 weeks.
Okay.
I work next
Thank you
Thursday.
so much.
You're
We'll call
welcome.
him, we'll call him Bitcoin Kurt.
No.
Bitcoin Clint.
If you call me
Clint.
Bitcoin Kurt, I'm in my shotgun here. Randy, every time you call me Kurt.
Coin time with Clint.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Clint. I appreciate it. I'll be talking to you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Roxy from the streets. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
We'll see you in about a week.
Yes.
Few days. Coming out here to visit.
Yep.
All right. That's enough. That's it for Radio Dark tonight for SNSN. Thanks. We'll see you on the radio tomorrow. Thanks for joining us for a little crypto tonight. Thanks.
Bye.
Sweet dreams.